I felt a disturbance in the e-learning authoring tool space. It's as if hundreds of voices crying out for some kind of update on the latest version of Adobe Captivate were finally silenced. Yes, the long-awaited new version of Adobe Captivate, once called Project Charm, has finally been released. As of yesterday, June 29th. I can no longer refer to it as the Tesla Cybertruck of e-learning authoring tools because as of today, anyone can actually go out and use it. So if it's not vaporware like Half-Life 3, the question is, will the payoff be more like Diablo 4 or Duke Nukem Forever? In other words, worth the wait or not? Let's check out the new homepage and see for ourselves. All right, here's the new homepage for Adobe Captivate. And let's just get right into it and watch this video here.
The steam engine, personal computers, smartphones, electric vehicles. Every once in a while, a truly path-breaking technology transforms an industry and the world. And now, it's time for learning design to get revolutionized. Introducing the all-new Adobe Captivate.
What is going on here? I feel like ChatGPT wrote that intro. Guys, Adobe, you're releasing an e-learning authoring tool. We're not changing the world here. At best, this is going to get a sigh of relief. This is not groundbreaking. And then on top of
And
that,
now, it's time for learning design to get revolutionized.
it's time for learning design to get revolutionized. And then you show as your best foot forward a sample course with the learning objectives written out in the most boring, plain text, not spaced appropriately, indented crazy bullets. This is revolutionary learning design. I think you've got a good product here. I think you've got a good update going on, and you have no idea how to market it. You have no idea what this could actually be used for. But let's move on.
Featuring a brand new intuitive user interface that allows you to start creating in a flash with ready-made layouts and slides, and speed up authoring by using Deep Copy to easily copy and paste an interaction, animation, or appearance from one object to another.
Did previous versions of Captivate not have Format Painter or whatever similar function? I feel like it did. Maybe it didn't carry over animation effects and things like that, but the new user interface is incredible. I want to hear so much more about that. I don't want to hear about an enhanced format painter if that's really groundbreaking and revolutionary for you.
Infinite Scroll brings the intuitive, compelling web navigation principles to your learning content, making it easy to engage your learners throughout their learning journey. Create.
All right, that right there. I think they're bearing the lead. That is probably the biggest feature that this new version of Captivate really presents, and the thing that truly could be revolutionary. Uh, we have in the e-learning authoring tool space currently a great divide between tools that want to have a fixed width and height that are just a fixed rectangle, and their idea of responsiveness is you can make the rectangle get bigger and smaller, which yes and no, that's kind of responsive, but not really. Or things that are scrolling that can you can create a page that just goes and goes and goes and scrolls forever if you really needed it to, or a series of pages. And it's been difficult ever since there's been that dichotomy to figure out which one do I need for the project that I'm working on, and no really good way to switch back and forth if the decision is made later on that one would be better than the other. And now you have Adobe, you have the tool that can do both at the same time, and I imagine pretty seamlessly switch back and forth between the two. So maybe open with that, because that's huge if you've managed to pull it off here.
Designed once for multiple screens. Just drag and drop device adaptable text and media blocks to your course and see how it'll look on desktop, tablet, or mobile device.
And anyone that's been using Captivate now for the past few years knows that this is something that Captivate has allowed you to do and has been pretty good at, the ability to switch back and forth between designing for the desktop view, tablet view, and mobile view. And From what I've heard, I still need to get around and play with this, but from what I've heard, this is somehow enhanced in some way. So again, an important thing that sets this apart from the competitors. Revolutionary? Not really, because Adobe's been doing this already with previous versions of Captivate, but definitely something to tout here in an intro video for sure.
Landscape and portrait view. Automate designing advanced interactions without programming. Effortlessly build drag and drop, click to reveal, flip cards, image carousels, hotspots, timelines, and much more. Just choose a widget from our gallery, plug in your images and text, and get ready to amaze your audience.
I'm really excited about what this means with these widgets here. We have the ability apparently to just click a button and have some kind of pre-formatted interaction presented to us on a slide that we can manipulate. I want to know how much I can manipulate. I want to know how much I can customize that. If I want to adjust things. So for example, let's see, it looks like there are, I can't tell for certain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe columns here. What's my ability to add 3 columns, add 6 columns? If I want to break things into 10 columns and it goes into 2 rows, can I do that? I really want to know how far I can take these things. And if I need to create something custom, can I start from this and then adapt it to what I need it to be?
Engage your learners with immersive experiences by creating interactive demos, simulations, video-based training, quizzes, knowledge checks, and much more. It's time to make your courses now.
Again, another great thing to highlight here is the ability of the new Captivate to create all these different types of learning solutions, because you have that ability to create something that is both a fixed width and fixed height, or you can scroll, truly scroll. You have the ability then to create all kinds of different digital learning solutions that you might not be able to if you just had a static authoring tool like the old version of Captivate, which they're now calling Classic.
Make your courses now. Join the revolution.
All right, so final thoughts here. I can't get over that intro. Like, people have been waiting for so long, and it's just acknowledge that. Like, you haven't been communicating with people during this whole process, and people have just been begging you for some kind of update. You've been working with people, I don't want to name names, but I know several people you've been working with behind the scenes, giving access to beta versions. They have known what's up for months. The rest of us have no idea. Give us an update. And if when you finally launch your product, don't talk about this is the next industrial revolution or whatever. Just say the wait is over. It's finally here. The new version of Captivate. Yeah, I'm not a marketing expert, but I think this video missed the mark. But I don't want to be too hard on this, because I think whether behind the scenes things were working out well or not working out well, and there was a shift in leadership and developers, or I don't know what they were doing behind the scenes, but it took a while. And I think just from what I've seen here, that wait was worth it. This is a significant update to Adobe Captivate, something that I am generally interested in getting into and playing around with, and creating a new video after that to talk about my impressions. Something I definitely could not have said about just another sequential update to something that was similar to Captivate 2019. I would have no desire to look at something that was just a minor change to Captivate 2019. So I'm really excited about the changes here. I want to get into them. But the biggest feature of all, I think, is the price on this thing. It's $34 a month. $34 a month. I don't know if you can call it an annual subscription, but it's like a monthly subscription that you sign up to, I think, on an annual basis. So you can't just say, I want it this month and I don't want it next month. You'll be hit with an early termination fee if you do that. This is saying you get it monthly for a year, I assume. And if you want to end that early, then you get a termination fee, but you also get refunded. So this makes it very approachable then for someone like myself, who is a freelancer, who just wants to work on Adobe Captivate for one project and then not have to pay for it after that, or someone who is just getting into this space and isn't faced with a daunting price tag of $1,200 just to get access to the tools they need to perform this kind of work for $34 a month. That's something that most people can, and most organizations can live with and yeah, make a case for. And I think it's going to have a lot of organizations second guessing what their current setup is with their tools to see if minimally they can add this to it or full out replace what they have currently using. So really excited about this, and I hope to explore this further and share an update with you in a future video. Is this something you're going to be trying out, playing around with? Let me know in the comments. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So when I do release that video after I've played around with Captivate further, I can share with you my first impressions. And until then, I will catch you later.